Hello, this is Andrew from Collaborative Learning. Today's book is Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. If you like my work, please like it, subscribe to this channel, check the playlist, and support me on Patreon and PayPal. The links to Patreon and PayPal are included in the description to this video. First, I'll describe the contents of the book, talk about what's interesting about it, then I'll move on to what you can get out of this book. Heart of Darkness is a classic novella by Polish-English novelist and merchant marine Joseph Conrad. It is about sailor Charles Marlow's journey as a steamer captain for a Belgian company in Africa and the existential horror he witnesses. Although the author does not name the river on which the story takes place, it is likely that it is the Congo River in the Congo Free State. The object of his journey is finding an important ivory trader named Kurtz. Far upriver, he finally encounters the mysterious Kurtz, an ivory trader and a local living legend. Both repelled and fascinated by the man, Marlow is brought face to face with the corruption and despair that Conrad saw at the heart of human existence. Heart of Darkness has been widely republished, taught in schools, and translated in many languages. It is highly influential in literature and fiction. Its most famous influence is that it provided inspiration for Francis Ford Coppola's great 1979 film, Apocalypse Now. A more recent influence is the excellent TV show TABOO, starring Tom Hardy. The twin characters of Marlow and Kurtz, one a self-loathing and observant cog in the system and the other a central gear, are universals which have existed in other ages and times. The novel itself is structured as a nightmarish memory. It has tight pacing and evocative poetic prose that elevates a passionate, personal message. Yet there is also ambiguity in its language. There's a sense of the dreamlike image of the characters, combined with the haunting beauty of the physical landscape. The ambiguity and sparse descriptions and the non-linear narrative give the story a hallucinatory feel. At the center of Heart of Darkness is Kurtz. Kurtz is a living legend. His bosses praise him, as does his family and friends. Kurtz is a great thinker, speaker, and leader of men. Kurtz is a genius destined to do great things forever. They say that he's like the embodiment of European ideals and the highest form of humanity. But as Marlow goes down the river and further into the dark jungles, he learns more and more about this man and his troubling nature. Despite his superior stock and civilized morals, Kurtz committed many acts of criminal evil. His acts can be looked at in various ways. A disturbing indictment of greed and imperialism. A look at the self-destructive nature of humanity or civilization in general. When a man is not a man but merely an object to be used up and thrown out when no longer useful, that is the Heart of Darkness. When anyone who looks different than you is not as human as you, that is the Heart of Darkness. When a continent is seen as a place to exploit for the profit and greed of another continent, that is the Heart of Darkness. On the surface, Heart of Darkness is a critique of European colonial rule in Africa, while also examining the themes of race imperialism, racism, power, and morality. However, deep down and central to Conrad's work is the idea that there's little difference between civilized people and the savages. Underneath all the pretension of high civilization and culture is the basic human desires that lie beneath, many of them dark and ugly. There is a paradox of humanity. We do not naturally have all the qualities that society expects us to have, and we have to live with this. To indulge in our own personal darkness is something that's entirely possible if we are in the right circumstances to do so. Evil lies within every man, and constant, unsparing efforts have to be made to keep it from taking control. We can pretend that the dark side doesn't exist, or we can face ourselves and face the facts. It is this crucial aspect that I believe is the most interesting aspect of the novella. In the end, the reality of Kurtz and his paradox of great ability and great evil are a more complete picture of a human being that contrasts with the smaller pieces that different people throughout his life had seen of him. It is only Marlow who gets to see the entire person firsthand. I rate Heart of Darkness a 6 out of 5. It is one of the greatest novellas of all time. It's timeless. So that's what I think of Heart of Darkness. Please put your thoughts and ideas in the comment section. They always make a great conversation. I hope you find my review to be informative. Thanks for watching.